Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee with Jen and Sharon.
Good
Even though
morning.
we don't have our fancy
I
banner
know.
up
I
there,
feel naked. We're missing something. It should
we're
be
we're
right
we're not
there.
sure what happened to us, but it disappeared. So it's funny that today we're talking about tech and
Uh-huh.
how we're cool moms who like tech, right? And we have no idea why this banner disappeared.
I
So
feel
we
like that is so completely on brand for us. Like, yeah. We
totally, and you
didn't
know who I
engineer
texted? I texted our 20 something colleague who's going to know how to fix this for us.
Oh my
Um,
gosh, that is momming in a nutshell right there. Hey,
yeah.
I want to watch TV. Can somebody help me figure out how to watch TV? Pitiful. So pitiful.
Oh, it's too true. So, but we do like tech when it's helpful.
Yes,
So,
we do.
and you realized, Jen, didn't you, that maybe everybody in your house had nicer tech than you?
Yes. Yeah, I just kind of had this epiphany the other day that I don't know why tech should be different from any other thing, but I felt like I was the odd one out who didn't. Okay, this is going to sound so horrible and elitist, so just I'm putting it out there. But I'm the only one in my house who doesn't have AirPods. Everybody else has AirPods, and I have these stupid, crappy, tangled, cheapo yeah, and they hurt. They hurt my ears because my ear isn't that size, and that's the only size it comes in. I have a
Oh,
tiny
and
one.
those are the ones that come with the phone or came with.
Yes,
Oh, those
yes.
are bad.
These are
They hurt.
terrible, and also the cats eat the cords. So most of the time, I mean, almost every cord in my house has teeth marks in it. So yeah. So all of a sudden, I realized, my husband just got a pair, and he was like really touting how wonderful they are and how they. I can attest to the fact that they really cancel out the sound because I was talking to him and like nothing. He wasn't hearing a thing. And also, the nice thing is, I don't hear what he's listening to. So if you have a spouse or partner who likes to, listen to a little YouTube in bed while you're reading a book, I can vouch for the fact that it is nice if your partner has the AirPods.
Yes.
Well, I feel left out because everybody else in my house walks around talking on the phone without any cords or, enjoying their music surround sound in their head. And I have that.
Well, let me tell you, Jen, I don't have AirPods either. And
Thank you.
my oldest does, who's a teenager, and it's actually better that he has them than I have them because I can't be trusted with them. That's just the truth.
Oh, yeah, there's that
I'm
problem.
just too hard on things. I'm doing too much at once. I will lose them. Or it'll fall out of my ear when I'm like leaning over the sink or the stove or something like that. So
Supposedly not.
what?
Supposedly not, according to my spouse. They really do stick
Oh, they
in.
don't. Well, I wouldn't know,
I know.
but
I wouldn't either.
I get cheap ones from Amazon that are $30.
Mhm.
And true to form, I've lost or broken them twice already. So I'm on my third pair
Right.
because I sent them through the wash, which I would have done if I had AirPods.
Maybe.
And one of them fell out of my pocket when I was biking and the other pair. So it clearly wasn't the fault of the device. It was all my fault.
Well, okay, yeah. We could debate all day whether it's better to get replaceable tech that that you just have to keep replacing, like a hair dryer. I refuse to get an expensive hair dryer, and my kids are like, "Mom, you buy a new hair dryer every year because it blows up. Why don't you just get a really nice one?" I'm like, because I don't know that there's any science out there that tells me that the nice one won't blow up too. And I don't feel bad about a $38 hair dryer that blows up. I would feel terrible about a $380 hair dryer that blew up.
So I want people to pipe in a comment out on all of this. Why
Yeah.
is the hair dryer so expensive? Why?
Yeah.
I mean, what is? I've heard of a ceramic hair dryer. I don't know what
Right.
that means.
We don't understand. We need to be educated. So, and I know I could go to Wirecutter, but I like crowdsourcing. I like to hear from real people. I know that this worked and I liked it, and here's why. And so I want to hear it from you, not from Wirecutter. So Sharon, tell me about what other kind of cool mom tech? What you got?
So I have, for the longest time, I've tracked my steps, and I go all the way back pre-Fitbit to a pedometer. You know what that is? It's like you clip it on your waistband, and it's like a tiny little low tech ish digital thing. And I thought, this is great. I'm going to get my 10,000 steps a day ish. And then I moved to the Fitbit, which I loved for years. And now, is that the Apple Watch?
No, this is the Fitbit.
It is a Fitbit. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I track my steps just using the health app that's part of the iPhone.
Oh, yes. Right. That's built in. You don't even have to get anything.
It does. It's good. So the downside is you have to, if you want them to count, because who wants to walk when it doesn't count? You have to have your phone on you at all times, which means you're tethered to it, which maybe isn't such a good thing. But tell me, your Fitbit looks nicer than any Fitbit I've had, which I haven't had for a couple of years. So tell me what you have there.
Okay. Well, again, going with the theme of I'm a little too cheap to get the most expensive thing, but I was getting tired of having to replace my entry-level Fitbit every year. So this is, I forget what this one is called. Maybe the Versa, I think. I can't remember. It kind of looks like an Apple Watch, but it's not. It's like when your mom bought you fake Uggs. This is the Fug. It's about maybe a third or half of the price of an Apple Watch, I think. And I like it because I can make it loose on my wrist. I don't like anything tight. I can swim with it.
Wow.
And it does count. Well, I don't know if you're supposed to, but I do. And it hasn't broken yet. And it shoots off these nice fireworks when I get to my 10,000 steps. So I feel like, yay, me, I did it. So I can tell you there is absolutely zero correlation between me wearing this Fitbit and me actually maintaining any kind of exercise or health or fitness regimen. But it is a nice thing but what I like about it is I can stay connected with, I have friends who have Fitbit. We do a Fitbit challenge. They live in other states. So this is a way every week where we can just have a quick touch in. You see how they're doing. They see how you're doing. You could do a little trash talking like, hey, I'm kicking your ass this week. What's going on? And they'll be like, oh, I'm in a conference and I'm locked in a conference room all week. You're gonna kill me on this challenge. So it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tell you about a little piece of mom tech that is it's very unsexy, but it's going to blow your mind. This is a total game changer to me.
Please.
Depends on what kind of washer and dryer you have, but we had to recently replace our washer and dryer. We got an LG brand, and it came with the option to sync their app with your washer and dryer. So it tells you when your washer is done, and it says, please unload the washer, or the dryer is done, please unload the dryer. And this is a really good thing when you have teens who are doing their own laundry, which I do, because teens are great about doing the laundry, but then they might leave it for 3-4 days in the washing machine. Then everything in that washing machine smells like mildew, and they have to rewash their clothes, or they don't, perhaps. But they should. So this is just another way to say, hey, somebody had something in the washer. You want to put that in the dryer maybe? Or, if you don't trust them to do it, you can do it. Also, I forget, so it's good for me. So when my husband figured out how to link those, I was like, I don't want that. I don't need that. That's a whole layer of my life I don't know about. And now I'm a proponent. I am pro app for washer and dryer.
Very cool. Very cool. Do you use any sort of I hate almost to bring up this controversial thing, but
she's going there, whatever it is.
Do you use any sort of GPS tracking or family tracking so you know where people are?
Yeah, I was really hesitant about that. We use Find My. It used to be called Find My Phone, and then it was Find My Friends. Now it's just called Find My. I guess it works for everything. It's nice just because it's not that I need to know where they are every moment of every day. I just like to be able to know, like, if they're traveling, they're out somewhere, and I want to know if they're on their way home without interrupting. I don't want to call them while they're driving. And it is really nice to be, and that goes for my husband too, not just the kids. It's nice to be able to just do a quick check and be like, oh, they're inbound. I should start dinner or leave the door unlocked because I'm going for a walk and I know that they're going to come back before I get home, whatever it is. So I do it for that purpose. I'm not a fan of the idea of tracking, like needing to know where your kids are every hour of the day, because that's more worry and stress than we were supposed to have.
Right.
And they
Yeah.
don't like it either. So it's a fine balance. What about you? What do you use, if anything, in your house?
I don't use that yet. Honestly, I don't know how. So that
Well,
may
that's
be
a whole
part of
other
it.
issue.
I mean, I could figure it out, but there hasn't been the impetus to yet. I think if there was some sort, okay, so my oldest has his permit, but he's not driving solo yet. I might feel differently when he's driving, and I might want to know, especially if he's driving back at night from somewhere, I might want to know where he is, just so I can know, okay, he's going to be home in 20 minutes. I can brush my teeth, and then like he'll be arriving, right, I don't know, when I go to the dishwasher or whatever. But right now I'm driving him still, and he hasn't, when he's out on his own, given me a reason to require me to double check what he's telling me. So I don't say I'm never going to use it. I just haven't used it yet. And that's part of why I ask, because I want to know what other parents find valuable.
Yeah, and we've definitely had conversations about this in the past, and I'm sure we even have an article about it. We can put that in the chat later. So if anybody wants to know, pros and cons of tracking your kids, that's true. Like all technology is kind of a slippery slope with that. I mean, I hate the fact that so many outlets out there know everything there is to know about me, because we're inherently trackable now. This gave everybody in the world the opportunity to know what we're buying. And I mean, even like when you're at Target has an app that it can sense when you have paused in the middle of the aisle because you're interested in something. It thinks you're interested. Like suppose I stopped my cart for a little bit instead of a Charmin, now Target knows I might be interested in that Charmin, and they can push things my way saying, hey, did you know Charmin's on sale this week? Charmin's really cool. You might like some Charmin. Maybe you need some
I have the same mixed feelings I have about this as I do about targeted ads. Like, well, it's really nice that you're sending me things that I might actually be interested in, but also that's really creepy.
Yeah,
yes,
it's creepy.
Leave me alone.
Yeah.
We have a comment from Jennifer. I think, sorry, Jennifer, for not posting it a little earlier. I have found that asking if they want to do something gives the opportunity for procrastination or not doing it all. I just tell them to do it. I think maybe this relates back to when we were talking about the washer. My preference in general is just let the machine tell them to do it. Anybody but us, right?
Right. Oh yeah, I'm not about like taking a screenshot of the thing saying the washer is done and saying who's got stuff in the laundry, go take care of it. But that's a good point. I mean, it's like when I said would you like to set the table, I didn't mean for you to say yes or no. That was me saying please go set the table. It's a classic passive aggressive mom move.
It's so hard because then I get told that I shouldn't boss. And if I hadn't said things so bluntly and I just asked nicely, then they would have not reacted poorly because I was, not being, I don't know.
Damn what you do.
Can't win is basically the bottom line.
So any other cool mom tech that you either have or you wish you had?
Well, I do have a Kindle, the most old school of Kindles. So I can't say that I'm really up on what the best one is for that. But if anybody else wants to offer reading suggestions, I do like a paper book, but I also like the option of having a book with me. And I always have a book with me, in fact, because there is a Kindle app for the iPhone. So
nice.
You can just pull up your book. Now, do I do that or do I check Twitter or Facebook?
Yeah.
Okay. Probably I'm usually doing that, but every once in a while, I actually open my phone to read a book.
You know what I hate? I hate when I go to my phone because I have a very specific thing I want to do. And the specific thing might be, I would like to know what the weather is going to be this weekend. So I'm to plan for some event. But as I'm going to do that thing, a banner pops up and says, breaking news. I'm like, oh, I got to see what that is. And then down the rabbit hole, and then I could be on there for 20 minutes, and then all of a sudden I'm like, wait, what the heck am I doing? I came here for something. It's the equivalent of walking into a room and not remembering why you came in there.
Oh, totally.
But even worse is like when you get to that room, 20 other people are saying, hey, did you read this book? Oh, did you know about this thing? Oh, what's for dinner? I mean, it's like that, but it's here. So one of the things I did recently is I turned off I went through and I turned off a slew of banner notification for all of my apps, almost all of them. I really pared it way, 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 way down. And I will report back and let you know if my productivity has increased. But I have to feel like it will, because I'm not immune to it, or none of us is immune to the idea of chasing the shiny thing. So as much as tech can be great, using the tech to control the tech, I think is like next level.
Jen, there's also a way, I heard about this years ago and forgot about it, but somebody reminded of it recently. There's a way to go into your settings and change your phone so it's all in shades of gray, no color. It's like a black and white TV.
I forgot about that. Yeah, to make it
Did you hear about this? It's supposed to be less appealing, so that I don't know how. I feel like we're turning into anti-tech here, but we're certainly not anti-tech.
But I want to control the tech. I don't want the tech to control me.
Yes.
And that's where it gets tricky. So I like that idea of trying to make it feel less enticing, maybe. Like, yeah, you're not the boss of me. I am the boss of you.
Well, everybody tell us, what are your kids asking for in tech? You know, we have the holidays coming and everybody says we need to start thinking about it early this year. We'll have a separate episode on what our kids want for holidays.
That. But also like what are some things that you as a parent have found that you enjoy? Maybe even your kids introduced it to you and you maybe initially were like, I don't need that. I don't want that. And then when you started using it, you realized it really was a good thing or it was enjoyable. Because those things, those are out there too. I think tech can be fun, and we don't have to just vilify it. We just want to have a healthy relationship.
It's true. And for those of you out there who are just like me and are like slobs who lose your earbuds, I'm going to post my cheapy ones that I like. So
that's shame. A good idea. I'm not posting my hairdryer. I don't recommend it. I just don't.
All right. We will talk to everybody soon. And thank you, as always, for joining us. We love having you here. And we love it when you pipe in. And feel free to leave your comments afterwards, too. We do look at them after the video ends.
Yeah. And also, you know what? We have a weekly newsletter. And in our newsletter, we sometimes promote things that we enjoy or like. And it's not like we don't get a kickback from it. It's just stuff that we like. So if there's something that you have used and you're like, you should really know about this, tell us. And if we like it, if we buy it, we may put it in our newsletter.
Yes, and subscribe to the newsletter. If you go to yourteenmag.com, you'll see right at the top, it says sign up for our weekly newsletter. So do join us there.
Absolutely. All right. Have a good week, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Sounds good. Bye.
Bye.